seen us going, passing the folks along the road, just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gathering along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races. We went to bleeding races.
Oh, it's back through Bartes!
1962 on a summer's afternoon, we took the bus from Bambras and she was heavy laden. Where we went along Collingwood Street, that's on the road to Bladen. Whoa, me lads, you should have seen us gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gathering along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races.
Yes, people, what's going on? Again, John Sinclair TV back again tonight, and there's another transfer update show. I've got two guys who loves a bit of banter as well. Big up to Pete, big up to you, Kyle.
You all right, John? How you doing?
All right, everyone.
Yeah, I'm great, lads. Hope we had a good day today, lads, and you know, just thought I'd do this as well. And guys, if you like the video and like what you see, then please like, subscribe, and super chat is open as well. And please like to become a member. It's just 99p. And I've got some comments flying in as well. We got one for Leslie. Hi to you. So I'm a bit late as well. Hi to Mason. That didn't know Prowlock was Brazilian.
How about Brazilian, Mason?
Well, first of all, Mason, he does speak Portuguese, number one. Number two, right? It's better looking than Ronaldo. There you go.
I love that. I love it. Oh.
Let's do Ronaldo about the way. Like Mario, players like that as well. You know what I mean? Big up to Chelsea OG. Hi to you. Ward-Prowse is a stylish and top-class player. We're going to chat about him in a bit. And INSTA Man TV, big up to you, my guy. Hope you care. Hi to Bobby K. Hi to you. Hi to Ches. Yeah, house rules in there. Please keep respectable. Hit the like, subscribe. You know the rest. They got the Mason again. Hi to Nicola. Long time no see, Nicola. Hope you're okay, mate. And hope you're having a good day. Hi to Leslie. Hi to Mason again. It was said on Steve's show, would anyone take in? For me, we're not paying 100 mil. There's just no chance.
Not for someone who's coming up to 30 years old. No way.
No way. Like him? No. We all like him, but for me, I'd rather go for Victor Osimhen. I'd rather pay for Victor Osimhen and keep him for the next 10 years. Yeah. It needs to be. And hi to Jules. Hi to you. I hope you're okay. John was off some percent expert when I see you on the show. I was confused for some reason. Well, Mason, I've tried, and someone's supposed to get back to us, and no one hasn't happened, I'm afraid. But I will keep trying because we're going to do like a special show, like younger percents we linked to Newcastle. That'll be coming up in the future. And hi to Jez again. Hi to Andrew Freeman. Big up to you, mate. Hope you're okay. Thank you for joining us. And let's go on to Ian. Big up to Ian. Hi to you, mate. And you are absolutely fine. I hope your son is well too. And yeah, let's go on straight to the first one. It's going to be James Ward-Prowse. Now, he's got a market value around between 30 and 40 million quid. And if Southampton gets relegated, the likelihood is he could be on his way, even though he's a Southampton legend, Portsmouth born. But I don't think Southampton fans would care about that because he's been a great servant at the football club. I think he's a good player. But the only thing is, Pete, the guy's 28 years of age. Can you see this move happening?
It could happen. I can't see him staying at Southampton. I've got to admit, particularly if they go down, and I think Southampton are going to be going down come the end of the season as well. So he's not staying there at Southampton. I would say, no matter what, no matter where he goes, it could be us. Would I take him? Yes, I would. I think he's another one. He'll be a one for set pieces as well. Then you're not having to rely on Trippier every single game to take set pieces. At least you'll have someone else in there which can help out because this man is quality at them. Corners, penalties, and free kicks as well. I mean, how many he's must have netted in a few free kicks this season, and he's a good CDM player, which we need as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he's 28 years old, by the way. He's been at Southampton for quite a while since he's been at the club. But let's be real, right? I still think he's a quality player. Right, and look, like you just said there, Pete. I mean, he takes free kicks. His corner's superb. He tackles in the midfield as well. I like this guy. I really do, and he is British as well. He was once rated at 75 million quid, but no club ain't going to pay that sort of money. Let's be real. But at the end of the day, right? I mean, he's got 3 years left on his contract. In fact, he's got 18 months left on his contract. I think it expires in 24. I think I've got to find out which sort of thing, but it can't be that many left. But I think if Southampton do get relegated, Kyle, I just cannot see James staying at Southampton. Would you take him at Newcastle United?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I've said from the beginning, though, I've just got a funny feeling he's going to go to Tottenham. I think he'll go to Spurs. I don't think he'll come to us, but would I take him? Yeah, absolutely. Not for 30-40 million. I think he's more of a 25-20 million player, someone to bring on. But he's good to have on the bench, you know, because he wouldn't get in the team immediately. It's not the way he works, but fantastic player, absolutely. I think any club would love to have him at the club. But yeah, it's does he come to us? I don't see it. I see him go to Spurs. I don't know what it is. I just have a feeling he's going to go to Tottenham. But yes, absolutely, 100%. I'd have him at the club, no problem.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, like we just said, that he's young. Wow, I wouldn't say he's young. We're in his prime, and he could have moved on a couple of years ago as well if he really wanted to. That is the thing. But if you look at his this season, he is a CDM. We know that, and he goes to midfield. He's 5'10", 5'11".
Do you know what? I say he's going to go to Spurs, you know, like. I keep forgetting like how high up we are and how better off we are than Spurs. Like if we get Champions League, mate, he'll come to us. You know, if we want him, he'll come to us over Spurs because they won't be there. So yeah, I think there's a good chance we do get him actually. Depending on where we finish at the end of the season, and I do believe it'll be top 4. So yeah, I think we've got a better chance to getting him than Spurs. Come on, I think about it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Hi to Ian again. Big up to you. Hi to Gordon as well. Pete, you doing a show on Friday night, the food show?
I don't think I'll be able to. I'll have to discuss because there's a lot of things I've got coming on this week as well. So I'll have to let you know about that.
Keep your eyes peeled for that, guys. Keep your eyes peeled for that. And so comments as well. I would take Ward-Prowse and Veiga as well as Mason. I'll pay 70 quid for Harry Kane without a doubt. Well, he's got 12 months left on his contract as well. So, guys in the chat, would you take Harry Kane to Newcastle? Yes or no? And would you pay the money as well? And I tell you one place you'd be going to in the summer, and there's been a lot of talk about it as well. Hi to Jules. Hope you're okay, mate. And he's popular in the chat as well as he always is. And this person comms as well. If we don't get him, we're probably being Manchester bound. I thought that was well, Mason. To be fair. I'm not going to lie, but excuse me, I think, Man U looking for a striker. They really are looking for a striker because Vegas is just not doing it at the minute in time. But Rashford will probably play wide. They need a number 9. And I think Ten Hag is on the look to get to number 9.
They need a Kane. That's who Man United need. And if they get him, they're going to be some team there next season if they get him. They're going to be a problem.
You just mentioned there a problem there, Cal. Let me tell you something, right? I think now all these big clubs, like the top 6, are going to compete. They're going to spend massive. Because I'll tell you for why. Because Newcastle will spend massive. So they'll be looking over the shoulder. I think, Newcastle as well. They're going to spend massive. Because I'll tell you something, we don't want to get caught up by Newcastle. We're going to make damn sure that we don't get Champions League season after that. But I tell you something, right? We're going to compete. And we are going to get that top 4 this season. I'll tell you that for now. And then they really have a big problem. Tottenham's going to have a problem. Chelsea may have a problem. They might not get Champions League. Liverpool may have a problem as well. They might not make Champions League. So for us, if we get top 4, we deserve it because we deserve it on merit. So, and cheers. Hit those likes. It does help. Thank you very much indeed, as always. Hi to Carlos, by the way. And lots of highs to people. And I got a a Hampton fan. Big up to Paul, by the way. Get your hands off JWP. Well, mate, you get relegated, my guy. I don't think he'd be here. He'd be off. He'd be gone, mate. And there's little you can do about it. Do you know what I mean? To keep him, get some more points, win some games, and then you may just keep on to him. But good luck on that.
I think the struggle. I think the struggle to come back up as well, mind. I really do, because he ain't staying at Southampton if he go down. And I'm telling you something for now. Take away his goals in that team, he'd be relegated now. So I really think he'll struggle. We know what it's like in the Championship. It's not an easy league. I just don't think Southampton have a very good team. If they lose him, they're in big trouble, in my opinion.
Huge. And I'll tell you what as well, that league is absolutely brutal. Who said that Burnley was going to come up this season? Look what they're doing. Look at what he's done. My God, Vincent Company's done a wonderful job in a minute. I mean, people like Michael Carrick, another young manager, is doing a fantastic job as well. Big up to Michael, big up to Vincent as well. They're going to be really good when it comes to the Premier League. And Kane, yes, but won't come to us, in my opinion. That's some truths. Mason also said he's going to Man U bound. I think Kane, Bayern Munich bound as well. I tell you what, he wants to win trophies, and if Bayern Munich comes in for you, go for it. I like to think so. Jules protects you as well. To go to Harry Kane there, big up to Leslie, and Jess is chatting to Jules. I got Mason again. Tuchel probably wouldn't want to do bits of Spurs after what happened when he played Tottenham at Stamford Bridge. I tell you what, I'm not being funny, but it could be that. But don't forget Antonio Conte as well. Just a bit of breaking news from last night. He's been sacked by Tottenham. Just a quick thoughts on that one, Pete. Are you surprised?
No, not really. Judging by his comments, he just sounded like he was asking for it, wasn't it? So, I mean, fair enough. You could say the results haven't gone the way it is now the place to do that, but it's also to get the manager's job to get them ready. And I think he's not got them ready in a lot of games. Particularly, I've seen a lot of points dropped away from home as well. I think Conte, for me, is a one-season wonder manager. He'll have one good season, but then the second season, it doesn't go according to plan. It happened with Chelsea. He won them the league, but then they dropped to 5th place the next season after.
He's just a whingy arse, isn't he, as well? Honestly, I couldn't be arsed with a manager like that, just whinging all the time, kicking off. I've always said, I'd like to see Eddie show a bit more on the sideline, but not to the level of him. He's just a pure child on the sideline. Don't like it, never liked the bloke, and I think he's just a sore loser. He's a proper little baby. Don't rate him at all. And that, do you know what? I'm actually thinking it's not a good thing that he's gone. I think we could have done with him staying, because Tottenham have been shite with him. I think now you see in teams when they lose the manager, they lose them for a reason, because they've been doing shite. But they seem to always get that second wind, and they seem to play better once that manager's gone. I'm hoping it isn't the case, obviously, but I'm a little bit worried, not just about who they're going to get in, but how the team plays now without him there. But we'll soon see. I don't know who the next game is. Who's Spurs' next game? Anyone?
Everton away.
Oh, that's an easy one for them, isn't it? There you go.
And you know what it is. I mean, the thick cloud has been lifted at Seven Sisters Road, London N17. So there you go. Again, I mean, the thing is with Spurs, it also is up. There are 2 elite managers there. Jose got rid. Conte got rid. Yeah. Spurs, it doesn't matter who goes to Spurs, it's Daniel Levy. And Daniel Levy's the problem. Right? He doesn't spend money. That is the problem. They both got found out. That's why Spurs, in my opinion, will never ever bring the big prices. As long as Daniel Levy is there, he needs to sell up. But in a minute, I don't want him to, because we're going to be above Tottenham at the end of the season. That's just my opinion. And got one from Bishop so fast. And Armstrong, please no capitals in the chat, please, people. I mean, don't mind, we get your message, but please no capitals in the chat. And the same with you, see as well. And yes, do hit the subscribe button. Love to if that's okay. Watching from Birmingham, great watch, guys. Thank you so much indeed. And we'll come up with Super Chair and Armstrong. I tell you, if they stay, they may have a chance. But
I think Armstrong will. Armstrong
will.
I think he's more suited for the Championship at the moment. Premier League's just not his level yet.
They're not. And all these people are saying, like, get Adam back home. Well, no, he wasn't good enough for the Premier League.
No.
Why is he good now? Because he banged in 28 goals in one season for Blackburn Rovers. Everyone's saying, pipe up and say, get him in, he's a stellar player. Well, no, he's not good enough for the Premier League. Simple as that. And thank you for that, Chess. I appreciate that. I know you guys got it covered. You might be right, Chess. I think it'll be Bayern Munich. And that's not the case. Southampton gets a manager sacked. Wow. This is the problem, you see. This is the problem. I mean, Nathan Jones, they sacked him too quick. That is the thing. But I can understand why they did this. But Hatta Hussel should never have been sacked. No way. He would have kept you guys up.
Maybe, yeah, I think so as well. I don't know why they got rid of him. I think I think they should have kept hold of him a bit longer.
Yeah, I tell you exactly what happened, right? He should have. He wanted a striker, didn't back him properly, right? And that's why they already are. Don't blame Ralph. Ralph's done a fantastic job since. He really has. He's tactical astute. I think he's brilliant. He really is. And seems to have someone on radar that are broad minds. Hope this is true. Don't know who it is though. We'll wait and see in the summertime. And let's go some more. Let's go through James Ward-Prowse's stats. Sellers to keep us up. We will be fighting to keep fighting. I'll tell you what, if you start this season, don't ever have that situation hop in the game, mate, because I tell you what, the Premier League is absolutely brutal. Let's boost for Tottenham. I was waiting for that.
Oh,
I was waiting for that. Wow. And Leslie's loving it as well. They got to Coffee. I wonder where he's been. I think Coffee must be late, but there he goes. He's here. Coffee is in the house. They got to you. Captain's autocorrect through Mush. That's fine, Paul. Need bother. Just got some Carl. I heard you're on Eddie Moore being animated on the sideline. So some managers just on like that. Tyndall does a shouting. He said that his coaching team complements each other personality-wise. What's your take on that one?
Okay. I mean, I haven't really seen it, but I don't know. Just when things are going our way and we need a goal, like say at 1-1, I just want to see a bit more from Eddie and I, but shouting. I'm not saying kicking off and go mental, but just like he just seems a bit too calm all the time for me, for my liking. But hey, well, I'm not complaining. We're doing fantastic this season.
We are. Phil Jones, we've got a free transfer soon. Will you take him, Pete? Phil Jones, Man United?
Absolutely not.
I tell you what, you've got more chance of getting Tom Jones. And I tell you what, you can still start the stuff, by the way, even at year 10. Now, I mean, Ralph lost the dressing room. That's according to Paul. And Armstrong was on form for Blackburn because the manager was local. That's a Tony Mowbray at the time. Big sounds good luck to you, mate. Hope you pass. We need to improve, not get players we have already had. Exactly. We need to get players improved. But going back to James Ward-Prowse, right, this season at 28 games, Pete, 7 goals, 2 assists, 5 yellow cards, no sendings off as well. And the starting 11's 100%, goal participation 39%. And he's played in, looks from what I see, he's played in every single game. A position central mid. He can also play an attacking midfield as number 10. He can also play wide on the right. And his current market value is 38 million euros. That's about 30 million quid. So 30 million quid for a 28-year-old. He's contracted until 2026. What's your take on that, Pete?
I think, I mean, I think he'll not go for a big high price if Southampton go down. He certainly won't. I think I would say around 30 odd million would be all right. Would be decent. He's in England. He's played for his country before.
Yeah.
Could do with someone extra on set pieces, I think. Just not rely on Trippier all the time. I think. And you see how many he scored from free kicks this season. That just shows he's.
But he's the best in the world for me. It's free kicks. Best in the world.
And the thing is as well, I mean, he needs to score another free kick and he beats Beckham's record.
And do you know what? Like, I think, look what he's doing at Southampton. Like, you put him around good players, like better quality players. Like, he could be, honestly, the improvement could be unreal. You'll see a lot more stat-wise of goals, assists, contributions, all that, when you put him in a better team as well. He's been there a while, Southampton, hasn't he?
He has. He's been there since 2012, mate.
Yeah, it's a long time, mate. So I think it's the time's right. Like, I think you'll see how good he is when he's around better players. Like,
yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, as well, he's on his prime, and he's just playing so well, and he's just really, really good. He really, really is. I mean, Chelsea found out to the cost, and this guy can take free kicks. Like, he does get booked a lot as well, by the way. He loves to put a tackle in as well, right? I thought he did our against us as well, but I think the first leg kept him quiet. Second leg did okay, and apart from that free kick, which he totally messed up, bless him. I think he finished 5th in the table of the season, lads. Scored, and I'm going 4th this season, mate. I really feel we can do this as well. And so, would you take him? Yes or no? You got to take him, Pete. You got to say yes, haven't you? For
yeah. Oh yes, absolutely. I would.
James. And
now, yeah. Yeah, 100%, mate. Like, when you play against him, right, and they've got a free kick and you see him with the ball in his hands, you're scared, you're worried, aren't you? 100%, I'd want him putting the ball down for a free kick for us. Absolutely. And just even on the bench, bringing him on, that rotation as well, I love it. He's a great player to have, and it just depends on the price. I'd take 20 million for him.
Yeah, absolutely right there. So, we're going to go to, I'm going to share the screen on this one because a lot of people have not heard of this guy. I'm going to share it around now. And the next one you're going to go up to is, I know a lot of people haven't heard of this guy, but his name is Gabri Veiga. And he plays for Celta Vigo in La Liga, based in north of Spain. And this guy has got a market value of 30 million euros, around 27 million quid. But Celta will want a lot more than that, by the way. And this guy is 6 foot. He's got a contract up until 2026, and he joined them last season. Last season. He's a Spanish under-20 international by the looks of it as well, right? And he's made 25 appearances, 9 goals, 3 assists, booked 4 times on a red card as well. Starts at 69%, 65% of them in 4 minutes, and 38% goal participation. And that is Gabri Veiga as well. This guy looks a raw talent. He's not just been linked to Newcastle, Pete. He's also been linked to Arsenal. He's been linked to fun clubs around Europe as well. But the loads I've heard that he wants to go to Real Madrid. He's waiting for a move to Real Madrid. But at the end of the day, right, if a Premiership comes in for him and they're big enough for him and matches his ambition, I think he'd be on his way. 20 years of age, this guy. Be 21 in May. This guy looks a raw talent for attacking midfielder.
Yeah, he's just scored, hasn't he, in his last game, and he just came on. He had 1 shot, 1 goal or something. He looks good. He can play multiple positions. He's young. He's only 20, I think. And I'm pretty sure Man U and Liverpool are after him as well. Man U have been sending scouts multiple times out to look at him. So, yeah, we've got some competition, but I'd have him in a heartbeat. He looks quality.
Yeah. What do you think, Peter? I know you don't watch a lot of Spanish football, by the way, but what should?
I mean, I've not seen really any of them, but what you've just said there, he sounds like a talented player. 9 goals for a number 10 player, as well, and 20 years old as well. So if other clubs are sniffing around him, that just shows that they see something in this lad. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
you want to get young players in. You want to get a lot of younger players in to develop them as well. So again, that doesn't sound like those stats sound pretty impressive to me.
For a 19-year-old kid as well, coming on 20, or a 20-year-old kid coming on 21. This guy's Culture Chronicles. Newcastle target Gabri likely to leave Celta Vigo in the summer. Geordie Blue Boys said that he prefers an Arsenal move. And look, at the end of the day, also another reports Football Talk say rather join Arsenal over Newcastle United. But like I said, this guy, he is a quality player. This guy, 6 foot. I think, you know what, Dan Ashworth is going to try and work his magic in the summer, bringing in more young players coming in. And we need young players at the club. We really do, guys, because at the end of the day, right, there's one player I want to talk about as well later as well. which I'm going to bring up in a bit. And I tell you what it is, like 40 people watching live, by the way. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you so much. Please hit the likes as well. Really, please. Thank you very much indeed. It's just so exciting. Dan Ashworth will do his best. When he was at Brighton, his record getting in South American players are really, really good. And he brought plenty of them over as well. Players like Lexi McAllister as well. That guy's been a huge, huge success.
Yeah, I'd love to see him. I'm so excited, man, because it's exciting times this summer. I cannot wait because I'm optimistic for once. We know what we need. I think we all want Maddison. I think Maddison's our number one. But when you get foreign players who are young coming from abroad, it's exciting, isn't it? Because you don't know what to expect as much. We all know what Maddison can do and Ward-Prowse, but seeing this Gabri come in, and I think he's called Gabri, with them stats and with them other teams looking at him, it's exciting. And if we get him, happy days. You know what I mean? To get what I'm saying, like, so if we win the battle to get him against these other teams, it's exciting to see what he can do. I mean, you've got to look at like who we've got in the middle as well. We've got Jolit and Bruno on that, man. Isak up top. We've got the pace on the wings. It's just exciting at the minute, and to add to this would be really good for the Champions League, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely, Pete. You know what it is, right? I mean, like I said, Dan Ashton bringing players like Alexis McAllister into the Premier League. What's he got on his? What trick has he got up on his sleeve?
You wonder, wouldn't you? Because look what he's done, and particularly of bringing players in, not just with us now, but with Brighton as well, as you just mentioned. McAllister, what a player he's been.
Where did he come from?
He came from Boca Juniors. Boca Juniors.
Did he?
Yeah. Came quite cheap, by the way.
But yeah, this just shows that we've hired the right person in 100%. As well.
Yeah.
And he's only going to look at finding out more players that we could develop at this football club.
Mm.
And then look where we'll start to compete for something as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what it is, right? I mean, like, I'm so excited. I mean, you've got the right guy, you've got the right sponsor director. Eddie Howe's prepared to work with him, right? Whoever comes, who gets. So if he gets some of the best from Brazil, the best on Ocean, there's one player I'm going to bring up as well in a minute, right? And we're going to go in depth with this guy on another day, right? A lot of people have not heard of this guy. We've got to comment to in a bit, right? And I tell you what, now this guy is absolutely brilliant. But end of the day, right? I mean, it's Gabri. I tell you what, he is going to be absolutely brilliant. If he goes anywhere, leaves Celta, because Celta think they need the money, I'm sure they do. They ain't going to send that sort of money down, I'll guarantee you. The kid is ambitious as well, right?
It's nice, like, it's nice knowing that we were always worried about the defense. Oh, we need another centre back, we need a left back, we need a right. Now it's like, it seems that we want attacking midfielders, attacking players. And the fact we're looking abroad, and we're not looking at like Oxlade-Chamberlains and that for once, we're looking like abroad to youngsters and that, it's exciting, man. And I'm just really optimistic that it's actually going to happen, and we're not going to get the Oxlade-Chamberlains or the washed up fused players from England. So yeah, fingers crossed, lads. Fingers crossed it's true, and we do even put a bid in, and it's not just rumours.
Yeah, absolutely. Bit of breaking news according to the Mail Online. Now, Everton's new £550 million sterling could be delayed after being charged by the Premier League over breaching spending rules with investors reluctant to commit until the matter has been resolved. Everton are in an absolute mess. They really are. And I'll tell you something now, they're not going to get points deducted until the following season.
Yeah, but what if they go down?
I think that's a good question. It's down to the Premier League. I think they probably still get points deducted anyway, I'm sure.
Next season in the Championship.
Could well be. That doesn't look good at all, Everton, doesn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? But
nah.
But we'll see what happens to that one. Go for some comments, by the way. I'm sure we're going to touch on that really, really soon. Please hit the likes, people. Thank you very much indeed. It's, your support is appreciated as always. Big up to Jules, by the way. I like JWP, good solid player. You can bet your mortgage he'll score a free kick, etc. However, I'm not convinced the rest of this game offers us anything better. Just my opinion, but open-minded. I think she's got a second one as well. Big up to EK, big up to you. We need a speedy player in the mid. I mean really speedy, exactly. And I back him in a black and white, like Jules always do. Jules, agree. Jacob, he can open a tin of hands, beans with us. Yeah, I get ya. And Jez is chatting to Jules and working more height in the team. Yeah. And it's over this will go on. Jacob isn't worse than the long south, but we'll say he's better. I got United Spurs of America. Big ups to you, my guy. Thank you very much for subscribing as well. And the first time, I hope you are okay and having a good evening as well. And USA, all the way from America. We love people from America, all of South America. We do get people over the world coming to my channel as well. A future midfielder, Anderson and Veiga, I'm here for it exactly. We want all the quality players. Big up to Clark E, by the way. Hi to you. I thought this was in the show. It's not, mate, because I tried to get someone on. Unfortunately, he just cannot make it by the sounds of it. But that's okay. Don't forget as well to follow and subscribe to PD's channel as well. Share the love. Thank you, Jules. I appreciate that. Peter loved that as well. I take Damari Gray and Onana for Everton. I would as well. I think those two would be good. I think Damari Gray would be a cracking player from the subs bench as well, in my opinion. I'm sure we have been linked with AOC today.
I'm trying to work that one out.
Moz, can you just give us full name, please, mate? And just get back to us, mate, if you can, and then we could discuss that. And can you imagine West Ham going down with all the big players they have? Well, Decky Rice. You know what I mean? Decky Rice could be, you know, he's not playing the Championship. There's just no way. Absolutely no way.
Oh, no.
Everton argument is they have been working with the Premier League during the period of the alleged charges. Aston Leslie, we watch that space. He can't trust the Premier League these days. It still feels unreal to be hopeful for a change, like I'm in dream, and I'm going to wake up soon. Big up to David. Thanks for your comment, mate. Celtics looking for 10 mil for Abada. I'll be all over that deal. I think he's a terrific player. He really is. I like Kyogo as well, the goal machine as well. Oh, does that mean Manchester as well, John? Since you said everywhere. Okay, Mason. Okay. Alex, Chamberlain. I'm not sure about him. No disrespect. No. I'm not sure about him.
He's not the same player anymore, and he's made of glass a lot of the time as well.
That is the problem. We don't want to buy signing injury-prone players at all. We've got a couple already. Callum Wilson, man. Look, he's injured a lot as well. We don't need injury players. We want players who are going to come in and make a difference, you know what I mean, and be ready to go. But in the end of the day, I mean, look, he hasn't played for a couple of years now. If it's under Mike Ashley, I tell you something now, probably would. We'd probably get him under Mike Ashley. No question about that, guys. But look, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, not for me. He's first.
That's going. We don't want to. We'll be going backwards, getting people like that, in my opinion.
Correct. And even Truls is on the money as well. We don't need Liverpool rejects at all, exactly. Unless your name is Mo Salah. There you go. I'm talking about another player, right, guys? Right. I mean, the player I want to get a young player. I don't think you guys heard of him. There's a player. It's called Victor Rock. He plays for Atletico Paranaense. Vigo used to play for them, by the way, right? And this guy, I saw clips of him yesterday, and this guy is really, really good for an 18-year-old. He can play as a 10, he can play left, he can play wide, he can play up front. He's a centre forward by trade, but 18 years old. This guy is an absolute stellar. I don't know if you guys heard of Victor Rock, plays for Brazilian League. And
no, I haven't actually.
He is absolutely. We've been linked to him about a couple of months ago, and I just hope that Dan Ashworth watching more. I think it'd be amazing. We're talking about 20 fees, 3 goals in 4 matches for Victor Rock, right? But he's been in the club 30 games. He's got about 5 goals at the minute. But this guy is 18 years old, and he's got a great touch on him. He can take on players. He's not scared to give it a go. That guy will be a young dream signing if he's available, but he's got a release clause of 52 million quid. But I really believe that we can get him a lot less than that. But 52 million quid, let's be real, right? I think that guy will be absolutely amazing. He'll be worth every single penny. But
Where does he play, John?
He plays in Brazilian league, Palisa
What
League.
position?
He can play as a 10, he can play, he's a centre forward, but he can also play wide. But he is worth every single penny. He is amazing in that kid, I'm telling you. Foxy's in the chat, by the way. I hope he tells us more about him, please. Foxy, if you're in the chat, tell us more about him, please. But I hope we get this guy, and I think we should make an offer for this guy, because I tell you what, for me, guys, I'd rather buy a young Brazilian who's 18 years old, 19 years old, and produce them, right? Rather than buy like a Gabri Gold, right? He plays for Flamengo, 27 years old, who's linked to him. But for me, I will not buy a 27, 28, 28-year-old Brazilian. I just wouldn't do that, because you don't know what they're going to be like. But
Would you pay 40? Yeah. Would you pay 40 odd million to put him on loan to develop
40 million for Gabri Gold?
for the 18-year-old that you love?
100%.
What, to put him on loan? To send him on loan? It's a lot of money.
No, he's ready. The guy's ready.
For the Premiership?
Old. Yeah, he's ready. I reckon he's ready, this guy. Do you know what I mean? Let's be real, because I think this guy has got a lot. He will be fantastic. I think he's Premiership made already. And I tell you what, he's going to cause a lot of problems if he ever comes to the Premier League. But I'm sure guys who know, well, some people don't know who he is, but I know he is. He is amazing. Let's go to some more comments, by the way. I've got one from I read about Mars as well. Cheap squad filters through. Fair enough. I'm an early man who doesn't rate JWP. Granted, his free kicks and quality, but his all-round game is not going to take us where we need to be. That's from Derek as well. It's all about opinions, and I think Derek's got a good point as well. We're putting an offer for what we Irish fella at Brighton, Ivan Ferguson, 6'2".
He's brilliant as well. He's brilliant as well, isn't he?
Exactly. I don't think they're going to let him go. Absolutely no way. Not just yet. No.
Not just yet, no.
If they can hold him to place like Casido as well, then believe you me, they're going to hang on to this kid as well. He's only 18. Wow. Victor Rocker, yes, please. Foxy says amazing. That's from Leslie. Leslie gets it. Leslie gets it as well. Only John can get away with tongue-in-cheek calling Salah a reject player. No, honestly, he's not. If he's available, go get him. I take Decky Rice. Rice, baby. If West Ham goes to Rice, baby. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
He's clad. And Alan Ferreira from Boca is a baller, and he's looking to come to the Premier League. Do you know what? We've been linked to him before, Pete.
Yes, I have. I remember. He sounds like a really talented player as well. Yeah, well, I've discussed this player as well.
Yes, we have.
Yes, I would welcome him if we give this lad a chance if we got someone like him in as well. Another very young lad as well. So,
yeah.
And going back to Derek's comment, I get his point about Ward-Prowse not being, where we want to be going, kind of thing. Is he good enough, bro? I think if we were paying 50 million, I'd understand. I says, but I think if we can get him for 20 million, I think he's a great addition to the squad with the quality he's got for that price. That's what I'm saying. I think he's worth 20 million.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think we get any more than that to get relegated. Southampton need to be careful here as well, because what they're doing, they're trying to ruin his career. If he wants to come back to the Premier League, then they're going to have to let him go. Simple as that. But it's all about the money at the end of the day. But it's going to be tough. And there's another player we linked with as well, guys. It's Samuel Alien Jr. for Juventus as well. He's a young lad as well, playing Serie A with the Juve under 23. He did play against Benfica, set up an assist in a 4-3 defeat. He's a London lad, but he's not going to be worth watching as well. I mean, I think he's going to be a really good young player in the future as well. But played in Italy, took a risk, and that's not what I'll be watch out for as well. So, like I said, I mean, Pete, we do like young players. We are going to discuss about young players in the future from the South American leagues as well. Giovanni's going to be another player as well. We've been linked to that guy as well. A lot of people haven't heard of him. Plays for Palermas as well. Forest wants him as well. And what do you think? I know you don't know a lot about him, but go on.
Again, that's what you want to do. You want to give a lot of these youngsters an opportunity, don't you? To try and make them better players. Look how you want about players from Brazil. I mean, not just the likes of Neymar and Bruno and all that, but remember your players like Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, who started there off in Brazil as well, went to other clubs, and look how world-class they became as well.
Absolutely. But signing these South Americans are a real gamble as well. I mean, some players comes off and some people don't. That is the thing. And if they come off, that is great. I'll give you an example, right? Gabri, right, went to Inter Milan. He went there quite young. Didn't work out for him. Went on the loan to Benfica. Didn't work out for him again. So he went back home to Brazil with Flamengo as well. And he's banging in the goals. And he's still banging in the goals. But at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. And if you're going to find goals somewhere, do it. But it just hasn't worked out in Europe. And that's a shame. John, I have that song stuck in my heat now. St. Joe's, I love it, Jules. At 20 mil, I take James. People I think to be wanting near 45 mil.
Wouldn't pay that. Wouldn't pay that, Derek.
Wouldn't take 45 mil. No chance. 45 mil. Good luck with that, mate. Good luck with that, Southampton. And even to Alan, I hope you're okay. I would like to see in the summer Corney, Madison, and a centre forward and a left back as well. Yeah, we're going to get about 5 or 6 players, Alan, in the summer. Corney, I think he'll probably stay in Germany, the French lad as well. Madison's gettable, so he's got 12 months left on his contract. We discussed Madison so many times on the shows now, right? I mean, he's been told, Pete, that he's going to be playing in the midfield three on the right-hand side if he's going to come.
Yeah, possibly. He could well do that, couldn't he? So, yeah, I mean, he's quality, isn't he? I can't see him staying at Leicester. Leicester are on free fall at the moment. And I don't think it'll go down, but if they finish quite low on the table, he's not staying there as well. Plus, 1 year left on his contract come the end of the season. So, a player that would probably not be gone for ridiculous amounts compared to like last season, where we offered 41st, then went up to 50. So I think the price is going to drop from him.
I'd pay 45 for Madison, though.
Yeah.
But I've got a question for you, boys. I know, John, you just said you can see us getting 4 or 5. That's very optimistic. But the question I've got for everyone, actually, is how many players do you think we're going to sell in the summer?
We need to sell about 5 or 6 if I'm honest with you, because Lewis is out of contract, Dobbs out of contract, Richie's out of contract. The sales, we might just keep him. It was for Murphy. I think he saved his bacon as well, by the way. I can't see him going anywhere. He saved his bacon.
Pretty much all the players out with contracts, as you mentioned, John. Gillespie, Richie, Dummett, Matty Longstaff will go as well. I can't see him staying there as well. Yep, absolutely. I wouldn't mind keeping Carrius as number 2, though.
Yeah.
Lewis, I think he's going to go as well. He's not getting any game time for us at the moment, and he's still a young lad. So he needs to go somewhere to get some game time now. Fraser, well, he hasn't got a future anymore at this football club, so he's going to be away in the end of the season as well. I can just see it happening.
Yeah, okay. I'll have to agree with you there, Pete, because I'll tell you what, I think Eddie's made up his mind on a couple of players, by the way. He has definitely made up his mind. That is the thing. I can see 8s and 9s flying as well. And read that from Alan, got him with EK, so I will get Jugsung for the quick to Korean League to place Wilson, the board's prolific striker. Never heard of him, but obviously you watched him as well. And if you do, we take a look. Have a feeling Madison is not going to happen, in my opinion. That's some trolls. I agree. Leslie thinks, I don't know why, like, got a feeling. We get Champions League, we could tempt him, by the way, as well. Madison was quality last week. Hope we pull it off. I hope we do. I really do hope so. I think he's a quality player. 9 players will move on, I think. Yes, I hope that is the case. We'll sell, release, also of those out of contract. 6, I think, perhaps more depending on incomings. That's from Leslie as well. I think you're right, Leslie. Let's be honest with that one, because we've got to go on to phase 2. Then we have got to sort it out, sort of thing, and then get better players in. People want to take your take on, we spoke about it yesterday, and not Antonio Conte. We talked about Stan Collymore, right, on the Chronicles, saying, and other outlets coming out and said that they should sack Eddie Howe, bringing Julian. I don't know if you heard
bringing
that.
Who?
Julian Nagelsmann. He just got sacked to Bayern Munich.
Oh.
Where are people making this crap from? Why do we want to sack Eddie Howe? We don't want to sack Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe is doing a great job with us. I'm liking what the blokes do with this side. The players listen to what he says, and that's what they do on the pitch, and that's why we are where we are. Whoever's making the shite up, I don't get it.
I don't get it as well. What's your take on it, Cal?
Oh, it's ridiculous. I don't even want to. Yeah, he's just talking wet, isn't he? I think it's absolutely ridiculous. It's an awful comment. To even say that, you're just showing how ridiculous you are. No, Eddie Howe's doing a fantastic job, and I think he's silly for saying something so silly.
You can't say things like that, man. The thing is, right, I mean, is he just saying to stoke things up, sort of thing? He's just saying that to wind us up. Because at the end of the day, right, I'm not being funny, right, but all these pundits come out and talking absolutely shite. They really
are they just saying it for clicks or something? Like, do they just say daft shite just for clicks? For a response? Do you know what I mean?
Probably are at this rate.
Yeah. And you know what it is, right? Are they going to come out and say that, go and get rid of Jurgen Klopp and bring in Nagelsmann? No, they wouldn't. Do you know what I mean?
That's a better point. But that's a better point. We've lost 3 all season.
Yeah, absolutely. Lost twice against Liverpool, one against Man City. But at the end of the day, they're 2 quality teams. But the thing is, Colin Moore, right? Let's be real. I mean, I can't take that guy seriously. I can't take him seriously at all whatsoever. He comes out and say things like that. Sorry, but that's how it is. But Eddie Howe's going, no. But I do get a lot of people on WhatsApp saying that Eddie Howe's done a grand job. But would you take Antonio Conte to Newcastle? No, I would not.
No, not that.
No. He's a winner. He's a winner, but I wouldn't. No way.
In Serie A he is, but not one season, one in the Premier League.
Nah. And we got a long-term project, not a short-term gain. Because at the end of the day, could you imagine, right, if you did that for Newcastle, ranting sort of thing? Like, they paid the money, they did get that. Do you know what I mean?
They might as well say, would you take Mike Ashley back? Like, pack it in. Just pack it in. Eddie Howe's going nowhere.
Exactly. I mean, if people want Eddie Howe sacked, right, tell us why. I mean, I even get people down where I live in Bristol saying that we need a bigger manager sort of thing. You know what I mean? No, they don't know now. Simple as that. I mean, there's a guy called Craig I work with, right? He might be in the chat, like, you know, when he feels like it. You know what I mean? He's a great guy. He courses Sinclair and he courses full, but he's a great guy and I love him to bits about it. He knows I'm joking, but there you go. Let's go to some comments there. Please keep those comments coming in. Smash the likes, please. 35 people watching. Thank you very much indeed. If Dominic gets a new deal, I will be baffled. I don't think he will.
No, he won't. No.
I'll be amazed. He'll be amazed. What's he doing? Where is he? Is he being kidnapped or something? Because I'm not fine. I'm not seeing him. You know what I mean? Come on. Like,
do you know what?
Where is he?
The last time I seen him play, he actually was good. He was actually, I think it was live. I don't know what game it was. I think it was a pre-season friendly or something. But he actually had a great game. But no, he's getting on now, isn't he? He's got no place for our future, like. But
oh no, it's a shame because he was super fit and no injury record sort of thing. This guy,
he took some stick as well over the years. He took some stick as well, didn't he?
Exactly, and it's uncalled for because he does play from the heart as well. I'll give him that as well. And Saturday, how would he crazy? Nick, I'm gonna start that comment. You're absolutely right. Would be absolutely crazy. And you tell them, Pete, and all I say is that Sinclair's door swings open like a garden shed door and incomings in the summer. That's at EK. And it was Stan Collymore who listens to him. You know what, Leslie? I'd rather listen to you than that clown. Let's be real. Collymore has no clue. Simple as. I've got one from Collymore and Simon Jordan doing nothing every time I hear them speak. And got one. Collymore has too much chip run in this gene pool. I wouldn't defy anything he says with an emotional response. Cheers, you nailed it. Beautiful. And big up to Maxine, by the way. Hope you're okay. And House overachieved the season with our players. He is building something special. I think he will be here for a long-term personality. Maxine, you smashed it.
and shout out to Maxine having me back again on Twitter with that guy. She knows what I'm talking about.
Maxine,
so, big up Maxine.
Big up Maxine, you heard it first. And Derek P. and saying that VSM, Manfredo, Lewis, ASN, Kraft, Target, Matty, Lascelles, Domit, obviously only ASM and Target if we buy suitable replacement.
Keep Target, I would.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, keep Target. I mean, I don't. For me, Dan Burn's not going to be a long-term left back there, so we'll have to see Target back into the sub place. Someone back up in competition for Target, because I can see Lewis going and Dummett's going to be going as well. So ASM, that's a strange one. I mean, would I be happy if he stayed? Yes, but I also will be bothered if he went, because we'll use that money, whatever we get, if we do sell him, and that'll go back to someone who will get who could be someone just as good as ASM or someone better than ASM.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you have to
100%.
use them, don't you, to get someone in, like an Osimhen or someone like that. But
yeah,
I don't think right now we need to get rid of them though.
Yeah, you know what it is, right? With ASM, right? I mean, look, I always said this is going to be a big season, right? For me, I'll give him a 6 out of 10 this season. I mean, he had 3 good games. The rest of them, no, people's going to say he's been injured a lot, guys, right? I get that. Okay, he's not being played a lot under Eddie Howe, right? He's been subs and that. He's not happy being sub. He has to get used to it. But he wants to get first team football. And he wants to play for the French national team. He has got to have an end product to his game, because I'll tell you something. His end product lets us down big time. And I will keep saying that until he shows us that he's got an end product.
Absolutely.
And I'm sorry if people likes him. I like him as well. But you got to speak the truth.
No, I can't argue.
I'm sorry to upset people in the chat, but Evie said, boost for Spurs as an Allen. Would love Colo Mandy. Yeah, he plays for Frankfurt as well. They got a very good coach as well, called Gabri as well. He's been linked with Tottenham as well, by the way, the Austrian coach, and he's a damn good coach. Don't forget, Eintracht Frankfurt are the European League holders at the moment in time. Got knocked out of the Champions League by Napoli. Calling this Gene Paul, yeah, I know what it is, Jules. Just chatting as well. Kraft and Lascelles will stay. I hope Emil Kraft gets better, Pete, because you know what it is. Since he's came back from injuries, not injuries, since he stepped up a couple of seasons down the line.
He has, hasn't he? I mean, we saw that how impressive he was come towards the end of the season while Trippier was out injured at the time. Yeah, I think I can see Kraft staying on. I think Manquillo could well go out the door, though. But then we've also got Harrison Ashby as well. So we've got who's a very young lad. Mm-hmm. So we'll want to see him get an opportunity. If it's not this season, it could well happen next season.
I disagree. I'm not a fan of Kraft. I think his mistakes he's made. He was so unreliable.
I know he's made a lot, but he's
yeah. I'm not a big fan of Kraft, to be honest. I'd like to see him go.
Fair enough. I'm loving the scouts and appointments behind the scenes. Definitely exciting. I tell you, Victor Roque will be my choice for the young player from Atlético Paranaense in the Brazilian league. That guy is going to be the future. According to Fitmate, Aston says, how's a man? He's here for the project. Thank you, Alan. And due to Kraft's interest on third offloading, I'll be keeping an excited to see how continue to work with his magic with him. I hope that's the case. He's still the Swedish international, right? And I think, to me personally, he's not my player, but of late, because I watched him Bologna, by the way, he's just getting better and he's defending properly and stop giving people space. Clarky, Colo Mandy, plays for France time. He's Aston Leslie. He's a good up-and-coming player, that guy. Cocu from Feyenoord is a certain talent. I had my eye on him for a while. I don't watch Russia the Dutch League, by the way, but Slot, their coach, is absolutely fantastic. If anyone watched Feyenoord play football this season, they are so exciting to watch. Only lost once and heard this season. And reports today, Kraft is not expected back till pre-season. He's definitely out for the season yet. And I hope that because he's played like he is, probably crap. I think Kraft needs to go in the summer. Kraft is 28, so let's cash in on him. That's some Jules. I don't think Jules will agree with you there, Jules. You're watching Clarky. My stream's also good. Keep buffing. Bless you. So there you go. So at at the end of the day, I mean, we're going to get some players coming in, and no latest news, Pete, on the new sponsorship as well. It's going to take time to get a sponsorship, man.
What do you think of that green shirt?
Is that Asher's new shirt? Is that Asher's shirt for next season?
It's not confirmed yet, but if it is, I quite like it. I've got to.
Do you? Do you like it? Do you?
I think it looks quite nice, but it's not going to be funny. If it's got the Saudi, if it's got the Saudi, I think which is the airline company or one of the companies. I think I've got the feeling that's the sponsor for next season.
I tell you what, that'd be a wicked sponsor, man. That'd be amazing. Unless we get a new shirt as well, like Adidas as well. Adidas, New Balance, or Nike. Any time of that would do me.
Although it could be Castori again. That's the only thing.
Yeah, there's something to get the flipping shirts right this time. Because I'll tell you something. I mean, the shirts are absolutely shite this season. Real talk, yeah, because they need to sort it out.
It's not that the designs are poor. It's the fittings on great.
It's a fitting, Pete. Yeah, you're right.
People have waited weeks for them to arrive at times.
Yeah,
and they're bringing out extra stuff that they don't need.
Exactly. Crazy, man. Don't need it at all. Don't need it. Just keep it simple. Don't complicate yourselves, man. And Graf Solid sits on the bench happily. We have other areas of concern this next window, so I think he stays. Yeah, look, if he stays with us, I'll be happy with that. We need depth as well. I think Emil is getting better. Kraft looks really good for his injury load. Defensively was mint before the injury, so I can see a use for him as he's different type of defender to Trips, which is good. Absolutely. Just totally agree there. It's cool. Jules and Jez are at it again. Can't be bothered to find it at least. That's fair enough. Give us Adidas back. Yep, EK, totally agree. Foxy, what a word of you, my guy. Fit to rock. Plays for Panadinesi, right? How good is this guy? Right, number one. Number two, how much is he worth? And this is the guy that I want in the summer because this guy is absolutely wicked. That guy is a fantastic player. Fit to rock. And I was waiting for you to come on, my guy. And Leslie be asking the same as well. Thanks, everyone. So I need to pop off. Great chat as a panel. Leslie, thank you so much indeed. You take care, love. And hope to see you tomorrow. And FSI, the Foxy as well. The fitting for Castor is horrendous. Their shirts are like straight jackets. That's an EK. You summed up beautifully. You taken Jules. Thanks for looking after us, It took 4 months from shirt from Castor. That's shocking, Pete. That is shocking, guys. 4 months for this shit to arrive.
4 months. That's an absolute farce. That 4 months. Wow. I'd be asking for me money back for waiting that long.
Exactly.
I was going to end up waiting that long. If I knew I'd be waiting that long, I'd be asking for the money back. And I'll say, I'll just go I'll just take a trip to the club shop and get it that way.
Exactly. Totally agree. Ain't good enough. Ain't good enough, man. It's just an absolute joy. Still for Foxy, by the way, to answer for Fit to Rock. So I'll give him another 5 or so. And yeah, but the thing is, right, guys, I mean, there's another news as well as standing, safe standing, Kyle.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I love that idea. Are they're gonna trial it out, aren't they?
They'll try it out for next season.
Next season, I like that idea, mate. Smart that. I hope it happens. I really do.
Pete?
Yeah, I've heard something about that. Yeah, I mean, let's see how it does, and if it works well, I could see coming in. You see a lot of stadiums from across the world use safe standing a lot. So,
well, how many do you know? How many would be standing?
Wow, there's a lot of them, like, in there.
Yeah,
it certainly is.
Why not? I would stand 100%.
Absolutely. We'll go through these comments as well. We could kind of wrap up as well. Thank you, Jules. Just go for that as well. Take care to Jules Saw in the chat, by the way. I prefer to say standing to the dangerous standing. That's in Clarky. Yeah, I get what you mean. And get what you mean. We're going to discuss another time as well. Another player we linked with as well called Hoyund as well, plays at Atalanta. We discussed him another night because this guy is absolutely brilliant. He's a Danish Holland, by the way. And this guy's brilliant. And yeah, so guys, going to wrap up there because obviously it's going to be an early one tonight because we've gone through the players. Would you take James Ward-Prowse in the summer, guys? Leave in the comments section down below. And also, would you take Gabri Veiga as well from Celta Vigo as well? Would you take him? Or would you say one more season Celta perhaps as well? Also, who would you like to take at Newcastle in the summer? Leave your comments in the comments as well. And Pete, I'll start with you, mate. Where can they find you on your socials, mate? And what you got coming up?
So you can find me on my channel, PD Proudlock.
Yeah.
Yep. So mostly I will be back. It's probably going to be Thursday for the match preview. And so there'll be that. There'll be stuff from the game on Sunday. The normal the football live show, we'll have to let you know because there's a lot of things I've got coming on this week as well. So I'll have to let you know. But we'll see what happens. But
yeah.
But the previews and all that stuff for the match on Sunday will be out.
Champion stuff. I'll be going on Macy's channel for the preview as well. She's come on mine as well. I think I'm on Sophia's as well. So she's just like, cool. Let's go for some comments before we get on to you as well. Cal, thank you very much to do here. Thank you, Jez. And got one here from Derek as well. And Sandra Gomaldo from Benfica. No out of contract, full out manager. 87.7 in the top 10 in Europe. Never injured. Plays left back, left mid. Plenty goals and assists. This guy's being linked as well with us. With Arsenal, I believe, also Juventus as well. I believe Roma. So he's going to be a catch as well. 27 years of age as well. This guy is absolutely brilliant, and he knows how to defend as well. Thank you very much indeed, Alan. And approximately 1,800 for safe standing in the southeast corner. Nicola, that is fantastic. And as long as it's safe, that is cool. And Carl, where can you find you, Smith, on your socials, please?
Just Twitter, as always, at KPOV, NFC. If you drop me a follow, I'll follow you back. I think I've just followed you, Nicola. But yeah, just Twitter.
Fantastic. Yeah, Nicola's fun on Twitter as well. So do follow us on Twitter as well. And please hit those likes away and follow Pete on the socials. Subscribe to the show. Cheers for being sure, John Peter Carl. Thank you so much indeed. If you want to find us, the links are in the description. It's down there as well. You can find us on Twitch, Insta, Facebook, YouTube. You can find us as well on social media. Follow us as John_NUFC42. And I hope to be back tomorrow for another show. It could be a transfer update show again. Like I said, we're going to talk about Roger as well, if I've pronounced this right. And there's Foxy as well. Rocks reminds me of Young and Ronaldo coming through at Cruzeiro and PSV. Barca really wanted him, but I don't think they can make the deal happen with the financial problems. And if he's available, we should be all about this guy, because I'll tell you something, if he comes, he'll be looked after like Bruno. I think she needs to speak to Bruno, speak to Joel Linton, and then they'll tell you exactly what Newcastle's all about, Victor. So if you're listening, thank you for that, Foxy. I really appreciate that as well. And transfer update. I'm not going to read that. Listen, it's 5-6 days to go before that game. And I tell you what, there'll be plenty to talk about. And I'm sure people's going to ask us, go on their channels as well. Macy, Sophia, and you guys as well. I'm always hoping to go on theirs as well. So, guys, if you like the channel, hit the like, subscribe. You know the rest. I'll see you back tomorrow. Guys, I will do backstage for a couple of minutes. And until then, it's a goodbye.